What is going on, guys? It is Conspochank coming back at you with another Madden 17 video. It is a new day, so it is a new rebuild. We are doing the Carolina Panthers today, my second last team. After this, we just have to do the Dallas Cowboys, and then we got it beat. We've done every team in the league. So today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm reading comments. Brandon Duskowski says, for the Panthers rebuild, get rid of Cam Newton and Luke Kuechly to make it more difficult. Juan says, can you rebuild a team by trading everybody? And Chocolate Alien says, do a rebuild by trading everybody so you get a whole new team. So that's basically the same thing as Juan. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to be trading basically every good player on this roster for draft picks. Anyone with the trade value is getting traded. So if you're a Panthers fan, you might not enjoy this because your guy Cam Newton, Kuechly, everyone's going to get traded. So that's what we're going to do today. I am going to limit myself to 2 trades per year, so I'm not going to be doing a whole bunch of trades and basically stack my team right off the bat. So I'm going to limit myself to 2 trades per year. So this team in year 1 is going to be pretty terrible. It's probably going to be like all the backups that suck and half of the free agency. So that's what we're looking at today. So I'm sure you guys already know the Panthers depth chart. They're a very good team. So I'm not going to go over it. I'm not going to go over every trade I do because that's going to take for a while. So this is what the team looks like now. And this the team looks like after trading all their best players. Their team basically consists of all players from free agency, so it's not going to be a successful year 1 here in Carolina. But on the bright side, I do have a lot of draft picks, so hopefully we can go 0-16 and have probably have like a third of the draft picks in the first round this year and next year. So we will be drafting a lot of players in the next couple of years. So now I have to trade for some players. Like I said, I limited myself to only allowing myself to trade for 2 players per year. So I think the smart thing to do is trade for some defensive players, because the way my offense looks like right now, they're going to be going 3 and out basically every time. So I think I'm going to be trading for some defensive guys that are just going to rack up a lot of tackles and get a lot of stats and XP and stuff. So I'm thinking about either getting Miles Jack or Jalen Smith at linebacker, and then I have to get Jalen Ramsey at cornerback. He's superstar development, very good young player. So that's what I'm going to try to do here, and we'll pick it up at the first trade. So I was able to get Jalen Smith, middle linebacker. He's got quick development. He's a rookie out of Notre Dame. I don't think I've ever traded for him, so welcome to the team. Unfortunately, his last year at Notre Dame, he had a pretty serious knee injury, so he slid down draft boards. But before that, he was projected to be the best linebacker in the draft, and compared to like Luke Kuechly and stuff. So very good linebacker. Traded Ray Armstrong, who I got in free agency, 2nd and a 3rd round pick next year. Alright, Jalen Ramsey's coming to the team. I picked up Quan Williams in free agency at corner, so I traded him and 2 first rounders this year away. Takes a lot to get Ramsey, but he's a very elite cornerback in a couple years. So after adding those 2 defensive players in Jalen Smith and Jalen Ramsey, this is what the defense is going to look like. So it adds, some 2 young players that could grow probably year 1, because my defense is going to be on the field a lot. So we're going to send right to the playoffs, because all these guys are free agents, and I'm probably not going to re-sign most of them. And we will see if we go 0-16. So here we are in the playoffs in year 1. Obviously, we didn't make the playoffs. Oh, we didn't go 0-16. We actually won a game. 1-15 was our record, so probably do have that first round pick. Joe Webb, after 16 games, only threw for 2,036 yards. He had 9 touchdowns to 21 picks. That's terrible. Andre Williams, my running back, averaged 2.9 yards a carry. That's terrible. Receiving, Nick Boyle led in receptions. That's not good. Jalen Smith led my team in tackles. I hope he won Defensive Rookie of the Year, because he would have a lot of XP. I really like Jeremy Cash coming out of Duke. He's played safety in college and then switched to linebacker in the NFL. You're seeing that more and more in today's day and age. Quarterback sacks, really nothing too special. Or interceptions, Bakari Rambo, Jalen Smith had 2. So this is kind of what I had planned for year 1, just try to tank. I think we got like 10 or 11 draft picks for this draft, so we're going to be doing a lot of drafting this year and next year. I want to see how much XP Smith has. Oh, he's only got 6,000. That sucks. I was hoping he would get just a boatload for year 1, but that's not the case. So I'm going to do this off season, and then I will pick it up with you guys at the draft. So in year 1 off season free agency, I've never seen Le'Veon Bell here before. and Dante Hightower. So I'm going after these two guys for sure. So 2 huge signings here in free agency. Le'Veon Bell and Dante Hightower are joining my team. So it's draft time. We have the 1st, 2nd, 4th, 7th, 8th, 10, 12, 19, 31st. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 9 first rounders this year, so let's kick it off. And at number 1, I'm going to go right outside linebacker, Danny McCullum out of Ohio State, 3-4 pass rusher. He'll be playing defensive end, 77 normal development. And then at number 2, another outside linebacker, Marcus Frampton, to try to build this defensive line here. He'll be playing, oh, this guy's going to be good, 81 superstar development. So at the number 5 pick, I got Jalen Ramsey some help in the secondary. Maven Hewitt out of Texas A&M, he's 79 with quick development. Number 7, we're going to take quarterback Bruce Flemings out of Stanford. He's a pocket passer, so he's pretty athletic, as you can see by his combine report. Top 3 skills are pretty decent. Let's take him. 80 with the superstar div. That's exactly what I needed. At number 8, we're going to go Adrian Hoyt out of Oregon. Middle linebacker, run stopper, good top 3 skills. Take him. He is a 79, another superstar development. It's going pretty good so far. Let's get rookie quarterback some targets since I have like 0 receivers. So Javante Barner, welcome to the team. 76 normal development. Number 12, I'm going to get another wide receiver in Brian Byam out of Louisville. Let's take this guy. He is a 75 with quick. And why not? Let's get a 3rd receiver, Jose Lopez out of Wisconsin. He'll probably be playing in the slot. 78 with normal development. Good player. And with my last first rounder, this guy skipped the combine, so, you know, he'll probably have a storyline to him. Let's take him. He is a 75 overall, so not too bad. So now I'm just going to sim to the end of the draft, and then we'll pick it up in year 2. So after free agency on the draft, this is what the team's looking like before I trade for my 2 players this year. I picked up Le'Veon Bell in free agency, same with Marcus Wheaton and Mike Glennon, and I think that's really about it. On offense, on defense, I picked up more guys. I picked up Dominic Easley, Buster Screen, Harmon at safety, Dante Hightower was a big one, and I think that's about it. So now I'm going to trade for my 2 players this year. Last year was both defensive players. I think this year we're going to look to the offensive side of the ball. O-line, big issue. I think we might go back-to-back offensive linemen this year. Don't quote me on that, but we're going to get Zach Martin off the bat, and then I will make my decision after that. So Zach Martin is joining the team. I probably even could have got him with like a 2nd or a 3rd rounder, but, you know, I just have a boatload of first. So I just gave him a 1st rounder for Zach Martin, 93 overall right guard. This is a little odd decision. I traded for Mike Evans, and I'm going to move him to tight end. So that's my 2nd and final player that I could trade for this year. So I'll show you guys my team in just a sec. So this is the team heading into year 2. In year 1, I traded for 2 defensive players, and this year I traded for 2 offensive players. Mike Evans, wide receiver, moved into tight end, and he's 96 overall. Right guard, Zach Martin, moved him over to left tackle. So hopefully he could protect the blind side of my rookie quarterback, Flemings. He has superstar development. I kind of want him to win offensive rookie of the year. So that's kind of the goal here. Defensive side of the ball, linebacking core got way better. Hoyt's got superstar development, rookie, and I moved Dante Hightower out to the right outside spot. Jalen Ramsey got some help. I drafted Hewitt. He's got quick development. Frampton's got superstar, and McCollum, 79. He's only got normal, but he'll probably have a pretty decent year. So this is what the team's looking like. So let's start simming ahead. I'll probably go to the midseason mark, but I'll pick it up with you guys in the playoffs. So in the playoffs in year 2, we actually just squeaked in the wild card at 9-7. I did sim to the midseason just to do scouting, and then I actually had to re-sign Mike Evans and Zach Martin, those 2 players that I just traded for. So I locked them both up for 7-year deals. So let's take a look at some stats. Rookie Bruce Flemings, 3,458 yards, 24 touchdowns, 17 interceptions. Rushing Le'Veon Bell, 1,501 yards and 11 touchdowns. That's a huge upgrade from last year. Receiving Marcus Wheaton, 72 catches, 786, 6 touchdowns. Mike Evans, 61 catches, 799 and 6 touchdowns. And Jose Lopez, 51 receptions for 414 and 2 touchdowns. Defensively, Hoyt led the way with 145 tackles. Tackles for loss was Dominique Easley. And quarterback sacks was the rookie McCollum with 9.5. Same with Frampton. Both my rookie defensive ends had 9.5. And a whole whack of guys had 2 interceptions. So I'm going to spend some player XP, and then we will jump into this wildcard game. So we are underway in my wildcard game against the 9-7 Dallas Cowboys. They're 83 overall, and we also went 9-7, and we are 80 overall. I really don't expect much from my team. Zach Martin is playing his old squad, and as I look up at my TV, looks like we're down by quite a bit here, and I don't think we're going to win this ball game, and looks like we'll be heading on to another year, but that's all right, and we will see you guys in the offseason. So I'm not sure what it is with this league, but this is free agency in year 2, and I never see Aaron Donald or Desmond Trufant in free agency. Yeah, so you betcha I'm going after these 2 guys. And to make things better, there's Weston Richburg, Corey Linsley, and Brian Linder at center. So I'm probably going to pick up maybe even 2 of these guys. Okay, so joining the team for year 3, we have Corey Linsley, Weston Richburg, Aaron Donald, Desmond Trufant. So 4 very big signings. So in this draft, we have the 2nd, 5th, 7th, 13, 14, 16, 19, 20, 21, 23, and that is going to do it for picks. So a lot of draft picks in year 2 as well. Oh, with the 2nd overall pick, I'm going to go running back Cheyenne Shorts III out of Michigan State. So let's take him. 79 with a superstar development trait. Perfect. At number 5, I'm going to go right end Quinton Weatherington out of Louisville. Good top 3 skills for a defensive end. So let's take him. 78 with a quick development. 7, I'm going to go free safety Malcolm Tutt out of Oklahoma. He's only 21 years old. Had a very good combine, pretty good top 3 skills. So let's take this player. He's a 76 with normal development. And number 13, we're going to go red outside linebacker DeAntoine Rooks out of Penn State. Just look at those top 3 skills. A-, A-, B+. So let's go with him. He is a superstar div, 79 overall player. I'm going to go defensive end again, Morris Graves out of Louisville. Another Louisville player in this draft, 76 with a quick development. At number 16, we're going to go Jamarcus Lawrence, defensive end out of Stanford. Pretty good top 3 skills. He is a 78 with a normal development. Number 19, we're going to go Watts Burrow out of Tennessee, 21-year-old tight end with pretty good top 3 skills. Not the greatest combine, so let's take him. Superstar div, 76 overall. This has been a pretty good draft so far. Pick number 20, I'm going to go cornerback Maxi Taplin Ross out of Michigan State. He's a prototype corner. I'm not sure why prototype corners, for the most part, always suck. I guess they're more athletes than football players, so let's take him. He's slow development, 74 overall. At pick number 21, let's go quarterback Wesley Hunton. We really don't need a quarterback, but what the heck, I just got so much first rounders. 78 overall, pretty good backup. At pick number 23, we're going center Frank Casper, 23 years old, out of Georgia. Pretty good combine, pretty good top 3 skills. He will be a 75 overall. This is what the team looks like after year 2 offseason, free agency, and the draft. I picked up Richburg and Linsley on the O-line. Defensively, I picked up Desmond Trufant and Aaron Donald. So 2 very good players on defense to add to that. So for my 2 players to trade for in year 3, probably going to look to the offense, probably both receivers, just to give my quarterback some 2 very big weapons. So let's do that. Odell Beckham Jr. is the newest member of the Carolina Panthers. I traded Nick Boyle. They're actually very interested in Boyle. He was a green for them. So I threw in a 2nd and a 3rd round pick to get Odell Beckham Jr. Welcome to the team. With my 2nd player, I'm going to go Amari Cooper, wide receiver from Oakland. I gave him Dominic Easley, a 1st and a 4th rounder this year. This is what the team looks like heading into year 3. It's slowly coming together. Still have quite a bit of holes on offense and defense, but Luckily for me, there's been players in free agency that I usually never see, like Aaron Donald and Desmond Trufant. Players like that, Dante Hightower as well, Le'Veon Bell. I don't think I've ever seen Le'Veon Bell in there. And hopefully my draft picks that I'm drafting start developing a little bit better. So I brought in some receivers this year for my quarterback, OBJ and Amari Cooper. So my quarterback's got a lot of targets to throw to this year. So I'm going to sim to the midseason mark, and we will see who we have to re-sign. So at the season mark in year 3, we are 5-2, so we're getting better. Usually, when I sim, I usually finish pretty shitty, so I'm not sure how much more wins I'll have. So Amari Cooper after re-sign, Sebastian Vollmer, I'm gonna let go. Jeremy Cash, I might actually bring back. I'm just a big fan of Jeremy Cash. I was able to re-sign Amari Cooper, 7-year deal. Welcome back. Jeremy Cash is only 72, but I'm a big fan of his, so welcome back to the team. So at the end of year 3 in the playoffs, we actually finished very good, 14-2. So we went from 1-15 to 9-7 to 14-2. So my guys actually have some confidence boosts and a good chunk of XP. My quarterback's got 42K. So I'll spend that XP after, but we usually take a look at stats, and I usually only take a look at awards when my players actually do good. So Bruce Flemings, quarterback, 4,352 yards, 37 touchdowns, 18 picks. Rushing, Le'Veon Bell, 1,672 yards, 12 touchdowns. Shorts, the third, my rookie, had 673 and 11 touchdowns. Receiving, Amari Cooper had 82 catches for 1,000 yards even and 7 touchdowns. Mike Evans had 69 receptions for 921 and 5 touchdowns. OBJ had 67 receptions for 931 and 8 touchdowns. And Jose Lopez, 52 catches, 776 and 7 touchdowns. Defense, Dante Hightower led the way, where I actually was tied with Hoyt with 112 tackles. Tackles for loss was Aaron Donald with 13 and Marcus Frampton with 12. Quarterback sacks was McCullen with 14, Frampton with 8.5, Aaron Donald with 7.5, and Weatherington with 4. Interceptions was Hoyt with 3 and Trufant with 3. So now let's take a look at some awards. Bruce Flemings, my quarterback, actually won MVP over Russell Wilson and Drew Brees. Drew Brees plays for the Cardinals now. He was in free agency last year. Ron Rivera won Coach of the Year after that 14-2 season. Offensive Player of the Year in the NFC was Russell Wilson. Defensive Player was Tahir Whitehead. Looks like Hoyt was 5th on the list. Offensive Rookie was Shorts, my running back. Defensive Rookie, Weatherington, my defensive tackle, was 6th. Best quarterback with Drew Brees. How do I win MVP and then not win best quarterback and offensive player? That doesn't make sense, I don't think. Le'Veon Bell, best running back. Best wide receiver, Des Bryant. Best O lineman, Zach Martin. Best D lineman was DeMarcus Lawrence. He's a good player. Best linebacker, Tahir Whitehead. Best defensive back, we have Kyle Fuller. I doubt any of my guys are on here. No. And best kicker was Dan Bailey from the Cowboys. So I'm going to spend some player XP, and then I'll show you guys my players that went up in overall. After spending some player XP, this is what we got going into the playoffs in year 3. My quarterback Flemings is a 91. Le'Veon Bell's 99. My rookie running back actually went up to an 86. Lopez is an 80, OBJ 97, Amari Cooper's a 92 with confidence boost. Mike Evans, 99 overall tight end with confidence. O-line, Zach Martin, 97, Corey Linsley, 84, Weston Richburg, 85, Casper, 81, and Sebastian Vollmer is an 80. Defensive side of the ball, we have Fratman, 89, Weatherington, 85, Aaron Donald, 99, and McCullum is an 87. Dante Hightower, 93. Hoyt, 90. And Rooks, 86. Also have Jalen Smith actually didn't get too good for me. I was kind of disappointed with that. I should have traded for someone else, I guess. Harmon, 81 at strong safety. And Jarrett is a 78 at free safety. This would probably be the next thing I upgrade as my safeties. If I don't win the Super Bowl this year, I'll probably do another year. So Desmond Trufant, 95 corner. Hewitt's an 83. And Jalen Ramsey went up to an 89. So the team's definitely way better than last year. So let's jump into this playoff game. We play the 10-6 Atlanta Falcons. After halftime, we have a 21-7 lead. Looks like we had a field goal and then a touchdown. And I'm sure we could kind of run this clock and come out of this with a victory. 38-21 is your final. We beat Atlanta in the divisional, and we are heading on to the conference in year 3. So in this conference game, we are playing in Carolina. We play the 9-6-1 Dallas Cowboys, who are rated 84 overall compared to our 94. So on paper, we should win, and looks like we're doubling up their score. I go down, get another field goal. They answer back with a field goal and another field goal, and then I get another field goal, and then run the clock out. And I think, what was the final score? 26-16 or something like that. Dak Prescott was that close to getting to the Super Bowl, but you know, they got a lot of talent on that Dallas team, so maybe next year. But this year we are heading to the Super Bowl with the Carolina Panthers. So here we are playing in the Super Bowl in Miami again. We play against the 10-6 Houston Texans. They're 87 overall, so a bit more of a difficult matchup than the 84 overall Dallas Cowboys. Houston's got a very good front seven, so hopefully my O-line could just protect my quarterback long enough to hook up with OBJ and Amari Cooper downfield. And wow, I didn't even have enough time to say what I wanted to say. We won the Super Bowl 22-3. We really shut down Brock Osweiler, who I really don't think's too good. But he's throwing at DeAndre Hopkins, and I tried to trade for DeAndre, but he just didn't want to come here, which is alright. I got OBJ instead, which I'm perfectly fine with. So we won the Super Bowl with the new look Carolina Panthers. I kind of just hit the reset button and got a new team with all new players here in Carolina, and it worked out. It took me 3 years, but we are Super Bowl champions, and it looks like Le'Veon Bell is the Super Bowl MVP. 31 carries, $164, and 1 touchdown. So if you guys were wondering where I traded like Cam Newton and those guys, I traded Cam Newton to the Chicago Bears. Jonathan Stewart went to the Atlanta Falcons. Kelvin Benjamin went to the Cleveland Browns, and Luke Kuechly went to the San Francisco 49ers. So in year one, I basically just traded for all first-round draft picks for that year and the upcoming year, and had a lot of draft picks for 2 years, and I limited myself to 2 trades per year, so I didn't do like a shitload of trades each year to make my team good. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks again for Chocolate Alien and Juan Trulijo. I apologize if I got your last name wrong, for suggesting me to trade everyone and kind of refresh a team. So I did it with Carolina. I only got one rebuild left, and that is the Dallas Cowboys, and that one I might do tomorrow. I'm not too sure. So thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. I would really appreciate it. It will help the channel grow, and we will see you in another video. Thanks for watching.